Alright, sixth graders, we're back to take another page of notes. So make sure you're on the back of the page of notes that we took previously, page 1, and we're going to call this page 2, and this is going to be the next part of, or the next topic that we're going to talk about. And we're still going to be talking about ratios, but we're going to be talking about solving problems with ratios. So make sure you have that title written down there at the top of your page. Alright, so when we talk about solving problems with ratios, we're talking about situations where you're given part of the information and you want to find the rest of the information. So we're just going to do 3 examples of what these problems might look like. So for example number 1, copy this down. A family has a total of 15 pets in their house. They only have cats and dogs. If they have 7 dogs, what is the ratio of cats to dogs? So we always want to identify first what is the ratio that we're looking for, and that's usually here in this last sentence, right? Family has a total of 15 pets. We're given some information about those pets, but the actual question that we're answering is what is the ratio of cats to dogs? So you always want to look for this part of the question that you're being asked first. So that's what we're looking for, ratio of cats to dogs. Now, do we know how many cats we have? Well, no, it's not explicitly stated here. We do know that we have 7 dogs, but what other number are we given? We know that we have a total of 15 pets and 7 dogs. That's the relevant information that we have. So how can we find the number of cats? Well, we're told that they only have cats and dogs. So if they have 15 total pets, we can take away the 7 dogs, and 15 minus 7 is 8, and so we know that we have 8 cats. So there's going to be a missing piece that we have to find here first before we can actually write the ratio. So first we're going to do the math to find the missing amount, so we know we have 8 cats now. Now we're writing the ratio of cats to dogs. And let's write this one with a fraction. So how many cats do I have? I have 8 cats. And how many dogs do I have? There are 7 dogs. Now keep in mind this could be written other ways, right? So 8 to 7, we could write it as 8 to 7, or we could write it as 8 colon 7. But while we're solving problems with ratios, we're always going to have to find maybe this missing piece. All right, let's look at another example. So example number 2 is going to be similar in that we're missing a piece of information. So a class is eating cupcakes, strawberry, and vanilla flavored. If there are 10 strawberry, cupcakes, and 8 vanilla what is the ratio of vanilla to total? So now make sure you get that, all of those words written down, because again, it's important that we know what is it that we are comparing. So notice that the thing that we are being asked about, we find here in the question. We want to know what is the ratio of vanilla to total. Now in this case, do we know how many vanilla we have? Well, yeah, it's given to us right here, 8 vanilla. But are we given how many total? No, that number again is not explicitly said in the problem. However, can we find it? Absolutely. Now, I could go ahead and write down my vanilla number, right? I know that it's going to be 8 to something, or 8 colon something, or 8 over something. I know that vanilla has to come first. But how am I going to find my total? Well, I know that there's 10 strawberry, 8 vanilla, and those are the 2 flavors that there are, right? So I'm going to take 10 and add it to 8 to find the total. That's 18. So my ratio is 8 to 18 when comparing vanilla to total. 8 to 18, 8 to 18, 8 to 18. All right, so sometimes it won't be a missing piece that we have to subtract. Sometimes we will be actually looking for the total. So notice in this first problem we were given a total and we were asked to find sort of like a missing piece, these cats. In this one we were given both of the categories and we actually just needed to add because the ratio was asking us for the total. So let's do the last example here, and I'm going to write it down and then I'm going to let you pause the video so that you can try it on your own. So example number 3. A classroom has 11 girls and 13 boys. What is the ratio of boys to total students? Go ahead and pause the video and see if you can figure that out. Alright, I hope you paused the video, and first we look at what are we being asked to find the ratio of, boys to total students, and we know how many boys, that's given to us, that's 13, so hopefully your first order of business was to write down 13, or whichever way. You didn't have to write it necessarily all 3 ways, but write down the number 13 first. And then we needed to find total students. Well, there were 11 girls and 13 boys in this classroom, and so we had to add to find the total. 11 plus 13 gives us 24, so your final answer should be 13 to 24, 13 to 24, 13 to 24. So you're going to be practicing solving problems with ratios in the next couple of assignments. Make sure you keep these examples out and open as you're practicing.